Hi, my name is Linda Melvin, and today we're going to work again with fluid watercolor, but we're going to do something entirely different. Because before we have worked with different types of watercolor paper, we've worked with Yupo paper, we've worked with tiles, but today we're going to do something really different. We're going to work on a canvas. It's another surface that is sort of slick, and so it works approximately the same as Yupo, but it has a texture on it. So here is one of the paintings, and I also use gauze in this one. So you can see the texture in it, but I picked the gauze up and then I came in and enhanced, because usually you have to enhance each painting in some respect, because they don't just come out this way by just laying the paint down. Then I did a larger one, which is this one, which we're going to work on this same size today. And we're going to see how the paint flows. So it's going to work similar, but in each respect, it's going to be a little bit different. So let's get started. So even though this isn't watercolor paper, I have to use water because water makes it flow. And you'll see it doesn't always stay right on it. It has a beating up effect, which is great because that gives you an entirely different way to use this because it just moves. So let's start out with, how much I love turquoise. And it doesn't have to be really heavy. I'm just putting on. Now look at how it's moving. Then I'm going to come in, I think I'll put a little bit pink in. After I do that, then I can come in and use, which is next in the rotation of how I do things, the radiant colors. Now, even with this the way it is, if I want to, I can pull some to the outside by what? Moving my paint with my favorite little tool. Now, if you don't want to use that, what else could you use? You could use a palette knife. But this works just as well. And you get the most exciting patterns, don't you? Now, it's all coming to this side, but I still want this to move out here. So next I'm going to come in with a green, because I'm using some greens and some blues. Now, as we know, these don't have sediment in them, and they really pretty much stay where they're put. So now we're going to come in and we're going to use the hydrous. The hydrous has some sediment in it. Which means it's probably going to stay put a little bit more, isn't it? And once again, I'm going to spray. Oh, I like that. Now I'm going to come in starting with the Bombay inks. Now we know that the Bombays don't go very far because of the fact that once they're there, that's kind of where it wants to stay. But look at how it bleeds and grows. I love how it grows. It's going to come right up in here into the purples. The excitement doing this, because you never know what you're going to get, ever. And I'm going to come in and use my small sprayer. I use the small little sprayer when I'm trying to move specific spots. And we always know what. You want to pay attention to where it's spraying, otherwise you get it in your face and you don't want it there. And, of course, another thing we like to use is the eyedropper. There is just nothing like a good eyedropper. And here I've got some longer ones that even do a better job. So now I'm going to come in and I'm going to use some pearlescents. And these are by Dale Rowney. Now they don't move a whole lot. We've seen this. They kind of stay, but they can give some added attention to what you're doing because of that. And look how they bleed with it. Oh, I love this over here. Look at how it's all working. And you can also guide it. You can guide it in what ways? You can guide it with your straw. You can guide it with your eyedropper. But look at how it's all coming down here. It's doing so well. So what if I want to come up at the top up here and guide it up here a little bit more? Give a little bit more water for it to come down to. I can also do that. And now it moves even more. I love how the colors are intertwining and going up. And I love how we have just this little bit around the edge. Now, what if you didn't like that around the edge and said, gee, I don't know if I really care for that? You can take it off if you want to. But I like to have things come together a little bit more. So I want to have that to the outside. And as it starts to dry, because the idea is you're going to want to watch it the whole time you're working with it, because it's going to change. And that's what makes it so great. It changes. And by guiding it, you help it also. See that? See how that moved? And I even wrapped it around. Oh, this eyedropper is so handy. I have to tell you, I just happened to be on the internet after I looked at one of my videos, and here popped up these little eyedroppers, and I thought, they are so good. So I bought 100 of them. I mean, what the heck? As long as I was getting them, I might as well get enough that I can share with all my students. So I'm looking at this now and I'm saying, do I feel like I have 3 values in the whole area? Maybe I don't. And if I don't, what could I use to even bring out more lightness? Because I feel like we have a lot of dark in this. So one of my ones I can always fall back on is the white India inks. I have to say I have a lot of exciting stuff going on, but this will even make it more exciting. Because this is going to change, isn't it? It's not going to stay like this. We know they all move. That's what makes it so perfect, is they move. Which gives even more interest. And you make it move by what you do. People think you can only paint with brushes. Doggone it, I have found other ways to have fun. So now I feel like I have my 3 values there in many different places. And when this dries, once again, I will come in and I will enhance it, just like I enhance all my spray varnish. And I like to spray it with a glossy, because I feel like it brings out everything so much more. So I hope today I've shown you another way you can Have fun with something new and different. And all of us artists have so many things in our cupboards. And this was something I just happened to have laying around, and I thought, what a good way to have fun to work with canvas also. So I sincerely hope this has helped you some, and that today you make it a superior masterpiece. Thank you so much.